Life is the supreme guru. We two came from far-off countries. One of us is British, the other American. The world in which we were born is falling apart, and being young we are concerned. The old people hope they will die their own death. But the young have no such hope. Some of us may refuse to kill, but none can refuse to be killed. Can we hope to set the world right within our lifetime? What makes you think that the world is going to perish? The instruments of destruction have become unbelievably potent. Also, our very productivity has become destructive of nature and of our cultural and social values. You're talking of the present times. It has been so everywhere and always. But the distressing situation may be temporary and local. Once over, it will be forgotten. The scale of impending catastrophe is unbelievably big. We live in the midst of an explosion. Each man suffers alone and dies alone. Numbers are irrelevant. There is as much death when 1 million die as when one perishes. Nature kills by the millions, but this does not frighten me. There may be tragedy or mystery in it, but no cruelty. What horrifies me is man-made suffering, destruction, and desolation. Nature is magnificent in its doings and undoings, but there is meanness and madness in the acts of man. Right? So it is not suffering and death that are your problem, but the meanness and madness at the root. Is not meanness also a form of madness? And is not madness the misuse of the mind? Humanity's problem lies in this misuse of the mind only. All the treasures of nature and spirit are open to man who will use his mind rightly. What is the right use of mind? Fear and greed cause the misuse of the mind. The right use of the mind is in the service of love, of life, of truth, of beauty. Easier said than done. Love of truth, of man, goodwill, what a luxury. We need plenty of it to set the world right, but who will provide? You can spend an eternity looking elsewhere for truth and love, intelligence and goodwill, imploring God and man. All in vain. You must begin in yourself, with yourself. This is the inexorable law. You cannot change the image without changing the face. First realize that your world is only a reflection of yourself, and stop finding fault with the reflection. Attend to yourself. Set yourself right, mentally and emotionally. The physical will follow automatically. You talk so much of reforms, economic, social, political. Leave alone the reforms and mind the reformer. What kind of world can a man create who is stupid, greedy, heartless? If we have to wait for a change of heart, we shall have to wait indefinitely. Yours is a counsel of perfection, which is also a counsel of despair. When all are perfect, the world will be perfect. What useless truism! I did not say it. I only said you cannot change the world before changing yourself. I did not say before changing everybody. It is neither necessary nor possible to change others. But if you can change yourself, you will find that no other change is needed. To change the picture, you merely change the film. You do not attack the cinema screen. How can you be so sure of yourself? How do you know that what you say is true? It is not of myself that I am sure. I am sure of you. All you need is to stop searching outside what can be found only within. Set your vision right before you operate. You are suffering from acute misapprehension. Clarify your mind. Purify your heart. Sanctify your life. This is the quickest way to a change of your world. So many saints and mystics lived and died. They did not change my world. How could they? Your world is not theirs, nor is theirs yours. Surely there is a factual world common to all. The world of things, of energy, and matter, even if there were such a common world of things and forces, is not the world in which we live. Ours is a world of feelings and ideas, of attractions and repulsions, of scales of values, of motives and incentives, a mental world altogether. Biologically, we need very little. Our problems are of a different order. Problems created by desires and fears and wrong ideas can be solved only on the level of the mind. You must conquer your own mind, and for this you must go beyond it. What does it mean to go beyond the mind? You have gone beyond the body, haven't you? You do not closely follow your digestion, circulation, or elimination. These have become automatic. In the same way, the mind should work automatically without calling for attention. This will not happen unless the mind works faultlessly. We are most of our time mind and body conscious because they constantly call for help. Pain and suffering are only the body and the mind screaming for attention. To go beyond the body, you must be healthy. To go beyond the mind, you must have your mind in perfect order. Cannot leave a mess behind and go beyond. The mess will bog you up. Pick up your rubbish seems to be the universal law, and a just law, too. Am I permitted to ask you, how did you go beyond the mind? By the grace of my Guru. What shape his grace took? He told me what is true. What did he tell you? He told me I am the supreme reality. What did you do about it? I trusted him and remembered it. Is that all? Yes, I remembered what he said. You mean to say that that was enough? What more needs to be done? It is quite a lot to remember the Guru and his words. My advice to you is even less difficult than this. Just remember yourself. I am is enough to heal your mind and take you beyond. Just have some trust. I don't mislead you. Why should I? Do I want anything from you? I wish you well, which is my nature. Why should I mislead you? Common sense, too, will tell you that to fulfill a desire, you must keep your mind on it. If you want to know your true nature, you must have yourself in mind all the time, until the secret of your being stands revealed. Why should self-remembrance bring one to self-realization? Because they are two aspects of the same state. Self-remembrance is in the mind. Self-realization is beyond the mind. The image in the mirror is of the face beyond the mirror. Fair enough. But what is the purpose? To help others. One must be beyond the need of help. All I want is to be happy. Be happy to make happy. Let others take care of themselves. Sir, you are not separate. The happiness you cannot share is spurious. Only the shareable is truly desirable. Right, but do I need a guru? What you tell me is simple and convincing. I shall remember it. This does not make you my guru. It is not the worship of a person that is crucial, but the steadiness and depth of your devotion to the task. Life itself is the supreme guru. Be attentive to its lessons and obedient to its commands. When you personalize their source, you have an outer guru. When you take them from life directly, the guru is within. Remember, wonder, ponder, live with it, love it, grow into it, grow with it, make it your own. The word of your guru, outer or inner. Put in all, and you will get all. I was doing it. All my time I was giving to my guru and to what he told me. I'm a writer by profession. Can you give me some advice for me specifically? Writing is both a talent and a skill. Grow in talent and develop in skill. Desire what is worth desiring and desire it well. Just like you pick your way in a crowd, passing between people, so you find your way between events without missing your general direction. It is easy if you are earnest. So many times you mention the need of being earnest, but we are not men of single will. We are conjuries of desires and needs, instincts and promptings. They call over each other, sometimes one, sometimes another dominating, but never for long. There are no needs, desires only. To eat, to drink, to shelter one's body, to live. The desire to live is the one fundamental desire. All else depends on it. We live because we must. We live because we crave sensory existence. A thing so universal cannot be wrong. Not wrong, of course, in its own place and time, nothing is wrong. But when you are concerned with truth, with reality, you must question everything, your very life. By asserting the necessity of sensory and intellectual experience, you narrow down your inquiry to search for comfort. I seek happiness, not comfort. Beyond comfort of mind and body, what happiness do you know? Is there any other? Find out for yourself. Question every urge, hold no desire legitimate. Empty of possession, physical and mental, free of all self-concern, be open for discovery. It is a part of Indian spiritual tradition that mere living in the proximity of a saint or sage is conducive to liberation, and no other means is needed. Why don't you organize an ashram so that people could live near you? The moment I create an institution, I become its prisoner. As a matter of fact, I am available to all. Common roof and food will not make people more welcome. Living near does not mean breathing the same air. It means trusting and obeying, not letting the good intentions of the teacher go to waste. Have your guru always in your heart and remember his instructions. This is real abidance with the true. Physical proximity is least important. Make your entire life an expression of your faith and love for your teacher. This is the real dwelling with the guru. Abandon all conceptualization and stay silent and attentive. On all sides, I hear that freedom from desires and inclinations is the first condition of self-realization. But I find the condition impossible of fulfillment. Ignorance of oneself causes desires, and desires perpetuate ignorance. A truly vicious cycle. There is no condition to fulfill. There is nothing to be done, nothing to be given up. Just look and remember, whatever you perceive is not you nor yours. It is there in the field of consciousness, but you are not the field and its contents, nor even the knower of the field. It is your idea that you have to do things that entangle you in the results of your efforts. The motive, the desire, the failure to achieve, the sense of frustration. All this holds you back. Simply look at whatever happens and know that you are beyond it. Does it mean that I should abstain from doing anything? You cannot. What goes on must go on. If you stop suddenly, you will crash. Is it a matter of the known and the knower becoming one? Both are ideas in the mind and words that express them. There is no self in them. The self is neither between nor beyond. To look for it on the mental level is futile. Stop searching and see. It is here and now. It is that I am you know so well. All you need do is to cease taking yourself to be within the field of consciousness. Unless you have already considered these matters carefully, listening to me once will not do. Forget your past experiences and achievements. Stand naked, exposed to the winds and rains of life, and you will have a chance. Has devotion, bhakti, any place in your teaching? When you are not well, you go to a physician who tells you what is wrong and what is the remedy. If you have confidence in him, it makes things simple. You take the medicine, follow the diet restrictions, and get well. But if you do not trust him, you may still take a chance or you may study medicine yourself. In all cases, it is your desire for recovery that moves you, not the physician. Without trust, there is no peace. Somebody or other you always trust. It may be your mother or your wife. Of all the people, the knower of the self, the liberated man, is the most trustworthy. But merely to trust is not enough. You must also desire. Without desire for freedom, of what use is the confidence that you can acquire freedom? Desire and confidence must go together. The stronger your desire, the easier comes the help. The greatest guru is helpless as long as the disciple is not eager to learn. Eagerness and earnestness are all important. Confidence will come with experience. Be devoted to your goal, and devotion to him who can guide you will follow. If your desire and confidence are strong, they will operate and take you to your goal, for you will not cause delay by hesitation and compromise. The greatest guru is your inner self. Truly, he is the supreme teacher. He alone can take you to your goal, and he alone meets you at the end of the road. Confide in him, and you need no outer guru. But again, you must have the strong desire to find him and do nothing that will create obstacles and delays. And do not waste energy and time on regrets. Learn from your mistakes and do not repeat them. If you do not mind my asking a personal question, yes, go ahead. I see you sitting on antelope skin. How does it tally with nonviolence? All of my working life, I was a cigarette maker, helping people to spoil their health. And in front of my door, the municipality has put up a public laboratory, spoiling my health. In this violent world, how can one keep away from violence of some kind or other? Surely all avoidable violence should be avoided. And yet in India, every holy man has his tiger, lion, leopard, or antelope skin to sit on. Maybe because no plastics were available in ancient times and a skin was best to keep the damp away. Rheumatism has no charm, even for a saint. Thus, the tradition arose that for lengthy meditations a skin is needed. Just like the drum hide in a temple, so is the antelope skin of a yogi. We hardly notice it. But the animal had to be killed. I have never heard of a yogi killing a tiger for his hide. The killers are not yogis, and the yogis are not killers. Should you not express your disapproval by refusing to sit on a skin? What an idea! I disapprove of the entire universe. Why only a skin? What is wrong with the universe? Forgetting yourself is the greatest injury. All the calamities flow from it. Take care of the most important. The lesser will take care of itself. You do not tidy up a dark room. You open the windows first. Letting in the light makes everything easy. So let us wait with improving others until we have seen ourselves as we are and have changed. There is no need to turn around and round in endless questioning. Find yourself, and everything will fall into its proper place. The urge to return to the source is very rare. Is it at all natural? Outgoing is natural in the beginning, ingoing in the end. But in reality, the two are one, just like breathing in and out are one. In the same way, are not the body and the dweller in the body one? Events in time and space, birth and death, cause and effect, these may be taken as one. But the body and the embodied are not of the same order of reality. The body exists in time and space, transient and limited, while the dweller is timeless and spaceless, eternal and all-pervading. To identify the two is a grievous mistake, and the cause of endless suffering. You can speak of the mind and body as one, but the body-mind is not the underlying reality. Whoever he may be, the dweller is in control of the body and therefore responsible for it. There is a universal power which is in control and is responsible. And so I can do as I like and put the blame on some universal power. How easy. Yes, very easy. But just realize the one mover behind all that moves and leave all to him. If you do not hesitate or cheat, this is the shortest way to reality. Stand without desire and fear, relinquishing all control and all responsibility. What madness! Yes, divine madness. What is wrong in letting go the illusion of personal control and personal responsibility? Both are in the mind only. Of course, as long as you imagine yourself to be in control, you should also imagine yourself to be responsible. One implies the other. How can the universal be responsible for the particular? All life on earth depends on the sun. Yet you cannot blame the sun for all that happens, though it is the ultimate cause. Light causes the color of the flower, but it neither controls nor is responsible for it directly. It makes it possible, that is all. What I do not like in all this is taking refuge in some universal power. You cannot quarrel with facts. Whose facts? Yours or mine? Yours. You cannot deny my facts, for you do not know them. Could you know them, you would not deny them. Here lies the trouble. You take your imagining for facts and my facts for imagination. I know for certain that all is one. Differences do not separate. Either you are responsible for nothing or for everything. To imagine that you are in control and responsible for one body only is the aberration of the body-mind. Still, you are limited by your body only in matters pertaining to the body. This I do not mind. It is like enduring the seasons of the year. They come, they go. They hardly affect me. In the same way, body-minds come and go. Life is forever in search of new expressions. As long as you do not put up all the burdens of evil on God, I am satisfied. There may be a God for all I know, but to me he is a concept projected by the human mind. He may be a reality to you, but to me society is more real than God, for I am both its creature and its prisoner. Your values are wisdom and compassion. Society's sagacious selfishness. I live in a world quite different from yours. None compels. None compels you, but I am compelled. My world is an evil world full of tears, toil, and pain. To explain it away by the intellectualizing, by putting forth theories of evolution and karma, is merely adding insult to injury. The God of an evil world is a cruel God. You are the God of your world, and you are both stupid and cruel. Let God be a concept, your own creation. Find out who you are. How did you come to live, longing for truth, goodness, and beauty in a world full of evil? Of what use is your arguing for or against God, when you just do not know who is God and what you are talking about? The God born of fear and hope, shaped by desire and imagination, cannot be the power that is the mind and the heart of the universe. I agree that the world I live in and the God I believe in are both creatures of imagination. But in what way are they created by desire? Why do I imagine a world so painful and a God so indifferent? What is wrong with me that I should torture myself so cruelly? The enlightened man comes and tells me it is but a dream to put an end to. But is he not himself a part of the dream? I find myself trapped and see no way out. You say you are free. Of what are you free? For heaven's sakes, don't feed me on words. Enlighten me. Help me to wake up, since it is you who sees me tossing in my sleep. When I say free, I merely state a fact. If you are an adult, you are free from infancy. I am free from all description and identification. Whatever you may hear, see, or think of, I am not that. I am free from being a percept or a concept. Still, you have a body and you depend on it. Again, you assume that your point of view is the only correct one. I repeat, I was not, am not, shall not be a body. To me, this is a fact. I, too, was under the illusion of having been born, but my guru made me see that birth and death are mere ideas. Birth is merely the idea. I have a body. And death, I have lost my body. Now, when I know I am not a body, the body may be there, or may not. What difference does it make? The body-mind is like a room. It is there, but I do not live in it all the time. Yet there is a body, and you do take care of it. The power that created the body takes care of it. We are jumping from level to level all the time. There are two levels to consider: the physical, of facts, and mental, of ideas. I am beyond both. Neither your facts nor ideas are mine. What I see is beyond. Cross over to my side and see with me. What I want to say is very simple. As long as I believe I am the body, I must not say, God will look after my body. God will not. He will let it starve, sicken, and die. What else do you expect from a mere body? Why are you so anxious about it? Because you think you are the body. You want it indestructible. You can extend its life considerably by appropriate practices, but for what ultimate good? It is better to live long and healthy. It gives us a chance to avoid the mistakes of childhood and youth, the frustrations of adulthood, the miseries and imbecility of old age. By all means, live long, but you are not the master. Can you decide the days of your birth and death? We are not speaking the same language. Yours is a make-believe talk. All hangs on suppositions and assumptions. You speak with assurance about things you are not sure of. Therefore I am here. You are not here. I am here. Come in, but you don't. You want me to live your life, feel your way, use your language. I cannot, and it will not help you. You must come to me. Words are of the mind, and the mind obscures and distorts. Hence the absolute need to go beyond words and move over to my side. Take me over. I am doing it, but you resist. You give reality to concepts, while concepts are distortions of reality. Abandon all conceptualization and stay silent and attentive. Be earnest about it, and all will be well with you.